the 19th of August 2025. Now, I made a video there on the hardening and properties of steel, and it might come up upside down. It's just so hard with two hands to hold a smartphone as well. However, you'll have seen in that video that I had a piece of martensite, the tine of a haybob, the spring that tosses the hay around, and how it the file skidded across it. It's very hard, and how the crystalline structure of the martensite is so obvious. We're now going to heat it. Now I have the sheet, the white cloth there to emphasize it so you'll be able to see it. And I have it held in a vice grip. Now it's a nice red colour. Now I don't have a magnet. But what's happening here is that as it goes to rise in temperature, it stops rising and the carbon in it dissipates through the steel. In fact, I may have went a little bit too hard there. I may have actually melted the steel a little bit. Doesn't really matter. So we went from martensite to austenite. A reason I'm heating it now is not to let it cool too fast. And now it's down to pearilite. And now I'll turn off my gas. So now it's pearilite. And we let it cool slowly and tighten the vise here. And straight away I can see that it's not as hard as it was. So what we have now is we have a mix of martensite and pearilite, and it didn't melt. I'm wrong on that, and it's capable of being filed. Now you'd be doing this under the proper conditions in a forge. You'd have it right, and by right you'd need a heat treating forge. But an awful lot of good work can be done without a heat treating forge. So get it. I just say it once more to you. You go from pearilite, which is carbon steel, to austenite through the critical temperature. You either go back to pearilite by letting it cool slowly, or you dunk it into water and salt or oil or whatever medium that quickly freezes it and cools it fast, and that turns the austenite into martensite. Martensite then can be tempered by heating it gradually and turning some of the austenite into pearilite and turning some of the martensite into pearilite in layers. So you get a tougher product depending on the amount of heat you can put in. So finally again, pearilite, heated through the critical stage to become austenite, allowed to cool back to pearilite if you want, or dunk it into water or cool it. Suddenly the austenite reverts to martensite, and the martensite can be then heat treated and tempered to convert some of it back to pearilite depending on the amount of heat put in. So you can see there that I filed a piece of the martensite pearilite mix, and I can file it. See it there where I filed it? That's heat treated steel, and it has to have the correct carbon content to start with. And you know the correct carbon content by the tools that the things are made of. Now you want to be careful with modern Chinese stuff. Some of it's only hardened skin deep, but for old type stuff it has the carbon content in it, and away you go with it. So have I made that clear now? I think that's good. I think everyone now knows the process of heat treating steel, and I don't like using big words, but it's no harm to know what the proper terms are for this. Hardening and tempering. It's as old as the hills, a very long and old process. You can try it at home, but please be careful and wear eye protection. Even with gas bottles, you need a shade 5 to protect your eyes. Bye folks, we'll see you back. Thank you.